Let's be real. If you're tired of firing off hundreds of applications for remote jobs and just hearing crickets, you are not alone. But what if I told you the problem isn't your resume, it's your strategy? We're going to forget the whole mass applying thing. Instead, we're going to break down a smarter, way more targeted playbook to finally land that remote job you've been dreaming of.
And I mean, who can blame us? The perks are amazing, right? No soul-crushing commutes, flexible hours, more time for your actual life. It's the dream setup. But of course, that dream has created a very, very real challenge for all of us. And this number says it all. A single, fully remote job posting gets, on average, 25 times more applications than a hybrid one. 25. That is an insane level of competition. It's exactly why just clicking apply on LinkedIn over and over is a losing game.
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's not about having the most perfect, flawless resume. It's about being the most strategic person in the applicant pool. So let's dive into the playbook that's going to help you slice right through all that noise. Okay, first things first. We have to understand the battlefield. The remote job market today is not what it was a few years ago. The game has totally changed, and that means our strategy has to change right along with it. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off with a quick reality check. Right now, only about 12% of new job postings are for fully remote positions. Yep, that's it. That is a pretty tiny slice of the pie, which makes it crystal clear why the competition is so incredibly fierce for those roles. So here's our first big strategic shift. You have to stop fighting where everybody else is. All the big tech companies are making headlines with their return to office mandates. The real gold, the hidden opportunities, are with remote-first companies and those newly funded startups. They need to hire great people fast, and they don't care where you live. That is your sweet spot. All right, so now we know where to look. The next question is how to look. It's time to think way beyond the usual job boards and get a little unconventional with our search. Relying only on the huge job sites is kind of like fishing in a lake that's been completely overfished. Sure, you might get lucky, but the real opportunities, the ones with way less competition, they're hiding out on smaller, more niche platforms where companies are actively looking for builders, not just applicants. So here is a super specific, really powerful strategy. We'll call it the product hunt playbook. Step 1, you browse the new launches every day. Step 2, find a cool product that uses your tech stack. Then, and this part is key, you message the founder directly within the first 48 hours and pitch yourself as someone who can help them build and ship fast. You're basically getting in the door before a job ad even exists. And if you're wondering if this actually works, well, the proof is right here. Just look at this difference. Traditional applications, you're lucky to get a 1 to 5% response rate. It's dismal. But this direct product hunt method, you're looking at a 30% response rate. I mean, the data doesn't lie. This strategy flat out works. And hey, product hunt isn't the only hidden gem. If you love the startup world, you've got to check out Well-Found. If you're earlier in your career, programs like Google Summer of Code are fantastic. They're basically paid tryouts for full-time remote gigs. And for you seasoned pros, elite freelance platforms like TopTal are where you're going to find those high-value contracts. Finding the opportunity is really only half the battle, though. Now you've got to reach out in a way that actually gets someone to reply. So let's break down the anatomy of the perfect cold email. And this isn't just theory. This is the exact subject line that career expert Nick Singh used to get a 15 to 20% response rate and land offers at places like Airbnb and Snapchat. It's perfect because it's direct, it establishes credibility instantly, and it shows you've actually done your homework. Now for the email itself. Here's the magic formula. Keep it under 100 words. Seriously. Start with some kind of personal connection. Then hit them with a specific, quantifiable achievement. Add a little social proof to create some urgency, and then end with a crystal clear ask. It's a formula that delivers pure value, no fluff. And please, please do not give up after one email. This is where most people fail. Just follow this simple cadence. Send your first email, then follow up on day 4, then day 8, and a final one on day 12. This kind of polite persistence shows you're genuinely interested, and it dramatically increases your chances of getting a response. So your strategy worked. You've landed the interview. That's fantastic. But a remote interview? That's a completely different beast, and you have to be ready for its very unique challenges. Okay, this might be the single most important tip. In an office, an interviewer can see you thinking, they can read your body language. On a video call, silence just feels awkward. It feels like you're stuck. So you have to narrate your entire thought process out loud, from your first idea to the trade offs you're weighing in your head. And get ready for what I call the modern remote interview gauntlet. It's not just about your coding skills anymore. Companies are going to test your collaboration with pair programming, your writing skills with async tests, and your design skills on virtual whiteboards. It's a totally comprehensive evaluation of how you'll actually work. Now pay really close attention to this one. Asynchronous communication. This is the absolute lifeblood of any good remote team. Can you write so clearly that your teammates understand exactly what you mean without needing to jump on a call? This is not a nice to have. It is a non-negotiable skill, and they will absolutely test you on it. This quote just perfectly captures the mindset you need. Every single thing you submit, from your take-home project to your follow-up emails, is a part of your interview. Your writing is being judged just as much as your code, because it's a preview of how you'll communicate when you're on their team.
So let's bring it all home. The remote job market, yeah, it's tough, but it's not impossible. Winning this game isn't about being flawless. It's about being smarter and more strategic than the competition. It's about finding those hidden doors, crafting the perfect outreach, and absolutely nailing the remote interview.
So I'll leave you with this one question. Don't just let this information marinate. Act on it. Are you going to browse Product Hunt with your morning coffee? Are you going to draft that first cold email using our formula? Pick one thing, just one, from this playbook and start tomorrow. That is how you turn this knowledge into a real remote job offer.